Hey y'all, hey, I'm back. I had to do this live really quick. I had to do an update and stuff after I got in the house and stuff, threw my long shirt on, of course, and stuff. But I had to come back and do this reaction video to Genesis Nova Reid. And my question is, so where is she? Because of what I'm about to show y'all this video. Shout out to, let me share this live too. Let me share this live so y'all can check it out too. Y'all know I ain't never together. Never together. Thank you, TT girl. Let me see if it's in here yet. Your copyright disclaimer. Thank you, TT. Alrighty. Thanks, TT. Appreciate you, sister. Hold on. Alrighty. I posted Carlos's King link in the chat because I know y'all know I'm not gonna do his whole video. I just want to react to it based off of what the title says, and I know he keeps up with it. He's keeping up with this story. He keeps up with a lot of stories and reacts to them and stuff. But his live says Genesis Reid is alive, according to her mother's new lawyer, and they want her $1 million bond reduced. I talked about it for a second, and I'm thinking, no baby, no reduction. Are they cool? No baby, no reduction, right? Y'all want to say, okay, she's alive. Let's reduce that bond. No, produce that child because this is a community, outraged community, and also it's tax dollars that could potentially be wasted if we can just get this baby safe to where she needs to be to get her in safe placement. Safe placement for me would, I'm almost like, and this ain't nothing against them, like on a bad note, but I wouldn't want her to be with the family because it's almost like y'all neglected the baby altogether by leaving her with the mother from the beginning. Y'all didn't bring her, y'all didn't take her in, nobody called CPS, and we just y'all neglected her just as much as her mother neglected her and stuff. So let me get into this video really quick with Carlos King.
Entire week has been extremely emotional, especially for those who say they knew both Adrian and Genesis. One family friend says the mother and daughter duo would take walks together around the apartment. Another neighbor says Genesis would come over and play with her daughter nearly every day. Neighbors, friends, and family held a vigil Tuesday night for Genesis, placing stuffed animals by the woods along with balloons by her front door. And another vigil will be held for Genesis tomorrow evening. Some friends pleading with the mother to make the right decisions.
Well, I just pray that she tells the truth. Bring the baby home. Okay, just bring her home. And imagine how a lot of people are feeling. I really can.
Although it's a dark cloud over the city with Genesis still missing, the love and support for her to return home is bright. Police saying today that they will no longer have daily updates as the investigation continues, but emphasize this does not mean they're scaling back the search. And coming up tonight at 6, we have a reporter live in Enterprise with the latest information from a...
So they said they're not going to be coming up with more updates. I see 37 people in here. I don't know where y'all at. I don't know if y'all in the other chat or whatever, but just hit that like button for me, okay? But I don't see, I just see TT and Samad. I don't know if it's YouTube or what, but shout out to y'all if y'all in the other chat, okay? So they said they're no longer doing daily updates or whatever, that is still an ongoing investigation and things like that. They're just not doing daily updates and stuff like that. So I want to know if she's really with that man in that white pickup truck. Is that true? I wonder if that's true or not. If she's really with this man. Have they located the man? Anything to show, not by word of her mouth, because I don't trust her at this point. It's almost like anything to get out. She's cool enough to talk to the lawyer. She's good enough to say the lawyer's dead. I mean, the baby's alive, and stuff like that. Where is she? Where is she?
YouTube family back again with another video, right? So look, this is an update pertaining to Genesis Reid, the missing 2-year-old girl that has been gone for a little bit over 2 weeks now. And I mean, I feel like she's been gone longer, but that's just on the record, right? So basically,
Hey,
I
Jacqueline.
have a couple of updates for y'all. So we already know that the mother is on a $1 million cash bond for lying to police and falsifying a police call or an emergency call, however you want to put it, right? Now, due to certain reasons, the DA, different agencies came to court and gave their thoughts and opinions on why she shouldn't be released, and they stuck with it. Now, me personally, and a lot of us already feel the same way. Basically, they're doing that to give them enough time to do some type of research, some type of due diligence to make sure that they can cover every base when it comes to this situation. Okay, now she has obtained a lawyer some type of way. I don't know if he's doing it pro bono or if he was paid. Now, there are different speculations on what happened with that, but me personally, I feel like there's no way in the hell somebody should be representing someone who has basically,
Alexi Pooh.
I can't even say that, who just knows exactly what the hell is going on, in my personal opinion. Now, he basically is saying that he believes Genesis is alive according to the mother. Now, you know, he's a lawyer. He knows how to word certain things without actually saying he's doing it. But in all actuality, I feel like if you are associating yourself with some type of BS, you are condoning it, or you, some way, shape, form, or fashion, mm, can side with them. I put it like that, you know.
I agree with him. I agree with Carlos King 100%. Hey, Lexi Poole, what it do, sissy? Thank you for being on that good Twitchy Twitch, you and Lily Jean. Hey, Miss Rhonda. Hey, Jacqueline and stuff. Hey, Lola, sis. Do y'all think that she's being honest? How many of y'all think that she's being honest? That Genesis' mother is telling the truth, that she's alive? Because I agree with Carlos. I think the lawyer's putting it in to so many words that she's alive. You know, he can't tell us everything. He just can't come out and say everything. But I feel like, honestly, produce the baby, then we'll go to the bond. Who the fuck, who is she to say, let's get, like, no. We have a missing baby out here somewhere. And we don't know if she's alive until y'all bring it to the forefront and say, hey, yeah, she's alive. Because y'all saying she's dealing with all this mental stuff. Will she be capable of saying where she is? Because if she ain't, that's going to still put Genesis to be missing, whether we like it or not. If I can just say, yeah, my baby's alive, and the lawyer say, yeah, let's reduce this bond, reduce the bond up on telling them where she is and allowing the police to go retrieve 2-year-old Genesis. Other than that, what are we doing? Cause I feel like it's there. She's sending them on a wild goose chase. I do. Hey, life of mine, what's going on, sister? I do. I feel like she's sending these people on a wild goose chase at this point to try to get out. Man, bring the mom to me. I have a special place for her. Lily Jean, you hear me? I really don't. And then when you listen to all these readers and stuff, and they're saying that she's no longer here. Tammy said it. Um, Tammy stuck on it over there on Facebook, and I think the sister, the auntie of Nova, is actually had words with Tammy over there. I think I recorded it. I shared it anyway, but I'm with Carlos on this. I don't know what to believe.
I'm saying? Or you just simply doing it for the clout. Me personally, there's no way in the hell I would be representing someone who has allegations like this. You know what I'm saying? And it's looking very true. Now, I do got to say this as well. I have seen a missing child basically get recovered last night. And I'm just simply saying it to say you can believe that someone is gone, but they can actually still be alive. So I still have hope. Now y'all send me psychic videos and shit. Man, I don't give a damn about none of them people out there finessing. Now, to even be saying certain
Worried
things
about
just
the
don't sit
fight.
right with me. But everybody got their niche when it comes to content. So hey, it is what it is. But he's saying that they are requesting a bond reduction. So it's just crazy, bro. So basically, people are saying that they don't even think that he's her real lawyer. Yes, he is. He has filed a motion on her behalf to lower the bond. And basically, he was just stating that she's under certain stipulations or guidelines that can really get her out of jail. So
I wonder what stipulations and guidelines got it to where she can get out of jail. Do y'all think it's gonna be her psychological stuff? Facts. I don't give a fuck about the money. I just wouldn't be able to defend nobody with these type of allegations. I agree with Carlos. I couldn't. Pedophilia and this right here. Mm-mm. And Carlos is saying people saying he ain't a real lawyer. And I'm glad Carlos spoke on the psychic part because the psychics are saying Tammy was like she's dead, she's whoop de woo, she's over here, she's da 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 XYZ and stuff like that. And it's like, I should have called Bree. I should have called Bree. But I really don't want to hear the bad news. I don't want to hear it. I got hope too. And like baby Kalani and stuff, she was found safe. That's one of many found safe that was put up as missing. So we happy to have baby Kalani home. I want the same for baby Genesis, but something ain't sitting right with this mother. I think they really looking at the mental part of it as far as getting her out of jail, and I think they can use that like she's got mental problems, and they can almost dismiss it if they didn't do the right thing, get a psychological evaluation. To me, just my thoughts. If they didn't do the proper thing toward her in this capability, then
I
she
mean, it's just
right.
crazy. But like I said before, I wouldn't be representing anyone like this. And our money ain't good money. That's what I meant to say. And our publicity isn't either, in my personal opinion. But people who do wrong will deal with him if he can get her off the hook. And I think that's what he's looking at it like. He's a defense attorney, and that's what his job is to do. So it is what it is. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. I got a couple of updates. We're gonna kind of rewind a little bit, and then we're gonna get right back into it for those who may need a refresher or new to the situation. But let's get into it.
People in Enterprise gather tonight to pray for the safe return of a missing toddler. News 4's Katie Ring shines the light of hope and not giving up.
Hello? Oh my God, Dylan. Everyone watching how we shoot our podcast. We shoot everything.
Tonight, the Enterprise community stepped into the darkness. Reid, whose name they refused to be forgotten.
Dozens came together Friday night. Strangers united for one little girl missing since Monday. They wore pink, they held candles, and when the rain came, they stayed. Organizers said if Genesis is out there in the storm, they will pray in it. As candles flickered, the message stayed clear. She is not forgotten.
For one thing, I have small grandkids, and my youngest is 4. I can't imagine what's going on with Genesis, going on with my granddaughter. That is a baby, And my heart has been tore. I can't sleep. I can't eat. I can't do any of that. It's just heartfelt. I can't. I mean, I'm just sick about it. I am.
So we got to go back and be that village. We got to go back and be that community that we concerned about one another. That's it. And that's why I'm here. I worked all day and I was tired. I got off work and went home and laid down. But I said, no, I can't.
And I appreciate this community. It makes you feel good to know that the communities can come together and stand for what's right. You know what I'm saying? And that's trying to get this baby home safe. There's no bickering right now. It's just all really about Genesis, and I love that they did that for them. So many people felt this baby's well being. Yes, Armani, I agree 100%. Her bond is too high for her charge. Some BS the system came up with. Yeah, they did, Lily Jean. They did, and I bet y'all, I guarantee, watch this attorney go in, and it's gonna be something about her mental. Them not properly. See, they move too fast on doing things. That's why they always mess up the case. Genesis is the number one priority, but still, doing the law correct and stuff like that. Just making sure we do everything by the law and stuff. So she can get out, or we at least get her some help. I don't think she should be able to be in the streets. I really don't. I don't know if they thinking, because who gonna bond her out? If she's selling all her food stamps and doing all of this, who's gonna bond her out? Who's gonna care for her? Who's gonna watch over her that couldn't keep the baby and stuff like that? It's just a lot of questions I have. If she does get out, is she going to a mental ward to get evaluated for that? Is she, gonna be with her mom? Who is she gonna be with? Who is she gonna be with? Well, what's the point of letting her out? If she's got so many mental problems, you know what I'm saying? Hey, Yolanda, hey, Brian, what's going on? Happy Wednesday to y'all. But these people are saying they couldn't sleep. He said, I got off work, I was tired. And I said, let me just at least get some rest. And he said, no, I got to go be there with for this baby. And I appreciate these people in this community.
Just show up, and that is important, and I'm overwhelmed with what I see this evening.
Most were strangers yesterday, but they became a community tonight, and they say they're not going anywhere until Genesis comes home. The search for Genesis Reid enters its 6th day tomorrow. Law enforcement says they are not scaling down. In Enterprise, Katie Ring.
And if you have any information on Genesis Reid's whereabouts, please contact the Enterprise Police Department.
2-year-old Genesis Reid is still missing, and now her disappearance doesn't seem as straightforward as it once did. Here's the timeline. Genesis was first reported missing from her bed by her mom, Adrian, on Monday, February 16th at around 3 a.m. According to investigators, Adrian told police she went to check on Genesis in the middle of the night and found her bed empty with a door to the house open. But shortly after that, police discovered Genesis had reportedly not been seen for several weeks. Adrian was then taken in for questioning, and whatever they learned from her concerned them enough to arrest her for false reporting. Officials also determined her to be a flight risk if she was released from custody. So right now, she's in jail on $1 million cash-only bond. And we did some digging on Adrian, and we learned this isn't her first time in cuffs.
So we're going to get into it about other things that she's done. I think she would be a danger to other people. Definitely the children. She definitely doesn't never need kids back. You know what I'm saying? But I think she needs psych evaluation, not to be outside walking the free earth if she did make bond. If the family ain't, who else will? That family, just how I feel, knew that baby had been missing. I do believe that. Just find this baby alive. That's all I'm saying. They said her mom, the attorney is saying that she is alive, Miss Rhonda. Her attorney is saying that she's alive. And they want the bond reduced. And like I'm saying, to me, give us the baby. Tell us exactly where the baby is. Let's get the bond reduced. The mom probably needs help. I'm for sure that she needs help. But it's like, how many times did she have to tell y'all this baby missing? Why? Like, it's almost like the boy who cried wolf. We give you so many chances, and we can't give people chances when it comes to children. We can't keep saying, if she do it again, she do it all the time. No, we can't have somebody writing all the time that, she's missing. And we just overlook it like, girl, she do it. That's what she do. Now the baby's really not around. We're frantic. We're upset. We don't know which way to go. And it's like, no. If everybody knew she wasn't right mentally, why no family or friends tried helping her, at least take the kids from her to give her a break? That's what I said, Lola. They knew this mom had mental issues. They should have stepped up. Absolutely. Cause now that she's missing, it's she got mental issues. Yeah, she's been mental. Yeah, she's done this and done that. Yeah, she stabbed me a few times. Like it's almost like so you felt safe with her taking care of your grandkids or leaving your grandkids in her hand. The last she needed some damn kids in her possession. The fuck.
Police report from 2017 shows she allegedly attacked her own mother with what was described as an edged weapon. And her mom was then treated at the hospital and did recover, but Adrian pled guilty to a misdemeanor. So obviously, all of this information is cause for concern. Genesis is still missing. Police and community members, they're desperate to find her. There's a vigil tonight. New billboards have gone up in the area where she was last seen, and a search party is active as we speak. But if you know anything about where Genesis could be, you're asked to contact police.
Well, the mother.
Now, with her simply getting a misdemeanor for what she did with her mother is crazy to me. And I feel like a lot of people do certain things so much because of the little small slaps on the wrist that they get all of the time. Like, I feel like if you are out here trying to do certain things to certain people in certain ways, you need to be in jail for a long period of time. Now, if you're simply defending yourself or something like that, I can understand that. But just to be out here tripping, hell no. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy to me. But let's get into this right here. We got the lawyer speaking. Let's go.
Of missing Enterprise toddler Genesis Reid has a new attorney. Adrian Reid, who was accused of lying to police about her 2-year-old's disappearance, retained David Harrison this morning. He immediately asked for a hearing in hopes of getting Reid's $1 million bond reduced. Though not publicly identified as a suspect, prosecutors say she's a flight risk, a claim that Harrison disputes. It's been nearly 9 days since Reid reported her daughter left her.
Yeah, she's definitely a flight risk. She's definitely, hey, Miss Mugger, how you been? Where you been, boo? She said they had to wait till her baby go missing to start talking. Girl, every time. Bryn said, what? Bryn said, what? Harmony said, OMG. Hey, Miriam. Bryn said, where is she? That's my question. Yeah, I've been watching that man channel. He be getting to the point. I like his content. Yes, me too. Y'all, this is Carlos King. By the way, I did drop his link in the chat. If one of the mods, TT, if you can drop Carlos King's link for me one more time, please. Rhonda turning a blind eye like always. And that's what they doing, guys. Y'all, I see him getting her out. I think he's going to use the mental tactic and stuff like that and say she didn't know what she was signing and all this other stuff that she clearly has mental. And y'all, that is a quick way to get somebody out and off the hook for some stuff. And or that he thinks she needs to be in a mental facility, not jail, because that's not helping. Because in jail, they don't got the stuff for the mental stuff. They don't. But him just walking in there and talking to her like, yeah, my client said she's alive, and I can't. I've been sick and getting life together. I hope you've been doing good. I've been in the bushes or rewatching your lives. I miss you so much, Miss Mugger. I understand. You first. Put you first. She's out. No, he's saying he's trying to get the bond reduced and stuff. But I bet you, and I guarantee you, Miss Rhonda, the next time we hear an update, it is going to be that she was mental and she didn't know what she was signing and things like that. And if she do got any kind of mental problem, and we'll get into the not having a lawyer present, talking without a lawyer present and stuff like that due to her mental, they're going to use all of that. And it's a chance that she might walk if he
apartment on Apache Avenue. David Harrison joins us within the next hour on News 4 at 6. And we have Mr. Harrison in the studio with us right now. Mr. Harrison, thank you so much for being here. Let's jump right into it.
Sure.
So why hasn't your client really complied in this investigation? And do you believe that her daughter is dead or alive?
I believe she has complied. As a matter of fact, the reason that she's incarcerated is because allegedly she gave false statements. She did not have the duty to testify, to talk. She could have taken the Fifth Amendment and stayed quiet, but she chose not to. And that's why she's where she's at. I do not believe the child is gone.
And you do not.
He said he don't believe that the child is gone. So, as her attorney, it's attorney and client privilege. Like, he's not obligated to say really where she is or anything. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got that attorney, whatever it's called. So this is crazy right here to me. I do believe she's alive. Not do you believe? Did she say she's alive? What did she say? So we can get this baby home safe. Hey, M. Renee, what's going on? Happy Wednesday, love. Thank you, Lola. My daughter gave me her cold. My mom's sick. She live in a different state. I think a bug going around. Yeah, it's definitely something going around. They said it's going to be something. They said it's a flesh-eating virus that can eat you from the inside out is hitting. So I just did some research on that one.
Not believe that she lied to investigators either?
I have not seen the evidence because at this point, we're not entitled to the discovery. That is to find the evidence. Once we get a little further in the case, we can get the evidence and find out and answer that question for everybody.
Yeah, and Adrienne Reid, she's jailed under a $1 million bond. The first move was to ask for a hearing to get it reduced. So what happens next if that doesn't happen?
Let me say this to you. Under Alabama Constitution, Article 1, subsection 16, she's entitled to a reasonable bail. And reasonable bail under the rules would be, for that Class C felony, would be $2,500 to $15,000. 1 million cash is excessive, and that's what we're fighting. We plan to file a writ of habeas corpus to the circuit court for that to be reduced.
And you represented Coley McCraney in the cold case murders of 2 Dothan teens, so you know how powerful social media can be. What do you take on the thousands of posts about this case?
It's interesting to me. 1.7 million Americans died for the rights of this country, for the Constitution. And that is your innocent until proven guilty. We don't believe that around here, trust me. The way social media is taking over.
Because people ain't crazy. You know, we're not going to sit here and keep on being manipulated by bullshit like this.
Let's go.
To know that a baby is missing and the mother has direct knowledge of what the hell is going on and she's sending people different ways to go look for the baby and stuff like that is crazy to me. And I mean, you know, I understand business is business, so I'm trying not to be so biased, but it's hard to be when a child is involved. I don't be giving a damn about a lot of stuff when it comes to them kids' safety.
Let's go, Carlos. I agree with Carlos 100%. Like, we ain't got time for these damn news. Every second counts. Every second counts for baby Genesis. And he's on her doing reports and shit. Like, you know, doing interviews and shit. Like, where's the baby? She said, we can't win for losing with all these viruses going around. We can't. Well, where is Genesis? Exactly, Miss Rhonda. Where is Genesis? And stuff. And I'm with you, Carlos. The hell with all of that. Where's this baby? That's it. That's all. Where is this baby? We got her just in there saying, yeah, the baby's alive. Yeah, they locked her up. And the Constitution says $2,500 to $15,000 is the bond. Y'all. It's just crazy how this judicial system is working. It's just simply crazy how this. It's like I can't believe what we watching, but we watching it. Genesis' birthday is next week or the week after. Poor baby. That baby is not alive. Ain't no way. She throwing everybody in a circle. That's what Carlos said. He said, I feel like she's throwing people. Got people. You know people's out here looking. The lawyer knows people's out here looking. It's worldwide now. So you going up here and sitting on it's money I heard. Ain't nobody took the money bait and it's a lot of money involved to say, okay, here she goes. It's like beating around the mulberry bush at this point. I'm pretty sure we're going to be here in a month. We can't have if it was his baby, I know he wouldn't be up there. Yeah, I think she's alive. You know. What? I believe she got rid of that baby, maybe disposed of her. Why all the stuff being burnt and, hidden in the sewer? They got a blanket. The people really thought it was the baby, but it wasn't. But they retrieved a blanket. We know that the cadaver dogs did pick up on the scent in that area under the drainage. They was in that sewer for quite some time. I don't believe that baby's being held captive. Knee plant. I don't believe it at all, knee plants. I don't believe that baby's with nobody in no white truck. I'm sorry. She think nobody, no case, no bitch. You still going to prison. If not, you will not live a good life, I promise. Believe she was sold. It could be that. But with all of this, with this heat like this, it's crazy. It's this is crazy to me how the shit's going down and how it's allowing to be, to happen.
You know what I'm saying? To be helpless and not knowing where the hell you're going or who you're with, even if you do know who you're with, it's a lot of different shit going on that don't need to be going on. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
yeah, I feel like when it comes to the internet and they saying and doing certain shit, it's because we know what the hell be going on these days. And I mean, we not crazy. We ain't slobbering slow. But I still feel like it's a possibility that she's alive. And I feel like a lot of people who are saying that she has passed and acting like they mediums and shit, you know what I'm saying? They really being insensitive to the fact that this is a baby and there is a high likelihood that she's alive. And it also is a high likelihood that she isn't, but to just be spewing that out is crazy to me. Let's get back into it though.
Everybody wants to blame everybody else and convict somebody until it's them or their family.
So what is
It's
your
the mama.
game plan with this case?
Well, our game plan is this. We want the child found as well. My client wants this child found. You've got James Tarbox, who is the district attorney, who is one of the best lawyers I've ever.
My client wants the child found. I like when Carlos get angry too. I must admit. When Carlos gets serious, it shit's serious. And I get him about the mediums and stuff because a lot of people want her to come. We want that. And hey, my Vern, happy Wednesday to you. They said there was blood on the carpet. I didn't see it, so I don't know. Yeah, they were saying it was blood on the car seat. It was blood on the carpet. Because it do make you think, why did she distribute all that stuff over there? That's not by chance or coincidence that she just took half of her house and stuff, carpets, mattress, car seat, and a big old blanket over there. It's not. Either way it goes, the mother was the last one to see her, so she knows. The baby was never in no truck. She got rid of her. The mother so alleged mental illness is making her intentionally throw them off. I agree. Especially Enterprise and Ozark are small towns. I'm going down there. I'm going down by there, but in Alabama in 2 weeks. I'm sorry, Enterprise is not big at all. If she is alive, they took her to maybe Florida. And I hope her father puts up flyers there. She said Carlos go off. Yes. Did they take the car seat for evidence? Because they said they left the mattress. Because 1 minute they're saying, "Hey, Tita Goddess, what's going on?" 1 minute they're saying it was blood on the mattress. Then they said it wasn't her mattress, that she burned up a mattress. I don't know, but I did get pictures from Facebook to one of the neighbors showing that she burnt the mattress. But then I seen people over there. So did the neighbors walk over there as the mattress was being burned? I don't know who that was standing there as the mattress was being burned. I want to question her brother. I very much so think the brother needs to be. It's something in my gut about the brother that I'm not feeling. I'm not saying he did it, but I think that if they was living in the home, they should be questioned. Yeah, very much so be questioned. Baker, Florida is 15 minutes away from Bama. How was the mother looking for the child when it seems the child was missing before the 911 call? The child had been missing for quite some time before Monday. It's really like a 30-day window. Because the landlord said the 8th, she came in and paid her rent. She seen her with her. After that, it's been no signs of the baby. None. Since after the 8th, nobody has recollection. People saying December they ain't seen the baby. Some saying January they ain't seen the baby. But the landlord said January 8th, she came in and paid the rent. She had Genesis with her. Ain't nobody seen her since. So it gives you almost over a little bit over 30 days to see where did the white truck thing come from. They said they got a, hey Nene, what's going on? They said they got a like the, I guess, and that is true. Where did it come from? They said the family, like the grandmother knew him or somebody close to the family or a family member said that she was, they got a hunch or something. I'm with you. Who told y'all that? Who told y'all about this white pickup truck? Have that person been questioned? She's dumb. There's a mother been in jail in a hospital for over 15 years. The lady left with her kid in my area and said she couldn't find them in my area in Maryland, and now she's going to trial. Then they say she didn't have a bed. 1 minute they're saying that she burnt the mattress, Tita got us. Then the next thing they said that wasn't the mattress. Cause any evidence like that, they supposed to take it. I don't give a damn how big nor small. And they didn't take the mattress. I don't care how big it is. They're supposed to take it. Hey, Miss Gemini, what's going on after all these years? Exactly. The brother no more. What he's saying. I ain't heard nothing about the brother. They said when the neighbors was out there, they never found the lady's kids' bodies. Wow. Thank you, Samad. I appreciate you, sister. Love you down. They have to be teens about now. Wow. I've never heard of that. I don't think the mattress has anything to do with this case. Yeah, I think they excluded the mattress. To my understanding, it's been since the beginning of February. And that right there, an inconsistent timeline. Nobody having an exact date on when they seen Armani. You get what I'm saying? To say, yeah, I seen on the 6th. Nobody from, everybody understanding, everybody got different dates. December, January. Nobody's seen it in February that I know of. I haven't heard anybody saying they seen Genesis in February at all. They all know what's up, man. Ain't no way, no emotion, just hostility. Yes. Hey Valerie, I saw a video of the dad crying. It was so sad. Sounds like the Casey. It do, Miss Scorpio. It just like it. This sounds like the Casey Anthony case. Yes, everybody's been saying that. Everybody. The mother was never looking for the baby. Just my opinion. I think she's capable enough to know once the heat was really on her. You know what I'm saying? That's when the craziness kicks in. Miss Parker, I'm gonna send you the story. Mother name was Catherine Hoggle. Okay. The Hoggle case. I live in the same area. Okay, Miss Mugler, she said she lives in the same area. Miss Scorpio does and stuff. So she just was talking about that, Miss Scorpio. They said it was not the mattress. Yep, that's what they said. And that's why I'm saying we getting so many conflicted stories because on Facebook they said the dad was in custody. He was just getting questioned and stuff. And I was like, quit lying. No, the dad ain't in custody. So the narratives, it ain't gonna help. This is just crazy. They knew the mom was ill. Yeah. Miss Scorpio, Jacob and Sarah, that's the baby's names. What do y'all think about the dad? They said the dad had her Christmas. She said, yeah, I live in Gaithersburg. They said the dad had her Christmas. They said she was missing over a month. So she had time to do whatever. Plenty of time. Plenty of time. We ain't going to overlook the fact that she wouldn't clean that room, bleach that room down. So she's not dumb at all. She might have her periods where she in and out, but dumb, no. Very smart. To do all of that and to throw, try to get rid of everything and all of that. Miss Scorpio, I'm from Gaithersburg. My mom lives in Germantown. LOL. Wow, YouTube a small world too.
Never dealt with. He's a hands-on district attorney who goes to work from sun up and he works to sundown. He's a great lawyer. And if their child's is deceased, he's going to find that. We've got the greatest law enforcement officers in the country that's working over there. That is the FBI, Aaliyah, and the local enterprise. We want this child found.
And correct me if I'm wrong, when we first started the interview, you said you don't believe she's dead. If you don't believe that, what do you believe happened?
I have no idea at this point. Because if
wait a minute. She said, do you believe, this is her lawyer now. She said, well, you said you believe the child's alive, so you don't believe she's dead, then what do you think? Well, I don't know at this point. So how do you push that out there? Not saying that's not the news we want to hear. Doesn't the dad? Yep, he lives in Florida, my Vern. He lives in Florida. I think she did burn that mattress to throw everyone out. That's what I said, Miss Mugger. She's not dumb. The dad was detained, and detained does not mean locked up. He was only taken in for questioning. That's it. That's all. They let him out a few hours later. She said, same, Scorpio 124, Washington Square. How you burn a mattress and no one see you? That's what I said, Yolanda. That's what I said, Yolanda. She said, right. She said, he dumb. Bull crap. Her lawyer talking. Yep. Stirring the narrative. Scorpio, maybe. Hey, Cakes Bless. What's going on, Cakes Bless? Happy Wednesday.
If I talk, I might be violating some kind of ethical issue with my client. I wouldn't want to do that. All I can say is this: we want this child found as well. We strongly believe that this child was taken. That's my client's position.
Mr. Harrison, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
2-year-old Genesis Reid is still missing. And
Okay.
Hell, we all know that she's missing from what they saying now. We know she's missing. We don't have no baby. Praying Genesis is found alive. Is there cameras in the neighborhood? I guess people are saying the way the apartments is, but I want to know if anybody got the cameras on the outside of their apartments, not just their door, but any other poster. Can you only have it on your door with it being apartments and stuff? You know, they're really picky about stuff like that. But you know, I really want to know, did anybody have just a camera somewhere? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. The mom been talking, I believe. It was said that the main man saw her burn the man. I got pictures where she burnt it, didn't he? And they try to say she didn't now. What made her finally call the cops though? Was the dad going to call if she wouldn't tell where she was? That's a good question, Jade. That's a good question. That's a good question. Who and what called the police? Who called the police? Because did they say she called the police? Where's the father at? I thought he was invested into his daughter. They said, hi, Cyril, baby. That lawyer sound like a goofy Rhonda. It's almost like he's just trying to get off. Win a case. That's what it sound like, Rhonda. Yeah, we got a feeling that she's missing. Hell, we all know she's missing. What type of games are these about around this time? Nobody got time for that. Oh, I ain't seen the pictures. Yeah, this girl posted them. One of the neighbors posted them on Facebook under one of the Genesis posts. They said she caught on February 4th. Yeah, okay, so she's the one. What put her in motion? She called. Exactly, Jay. Good questions. No, the 12th or something. Yeah, she didn't call on the 4th. She just called. It was like after Valentine's Day that she called, y'all. Yeah, that was after Valentine's Day. She either called like that Monday or something. That was after Valentine's Day that this happened, y'all. She said, hey, Miss Mugger, I don't think she needs to come home. My opinion, she needs help mentally. I agree. I said she don't need to come home. What does you want bond for us besides getting? She needs to go straight to a mental ward. They ain't asking her lawyer the right questions. First they said no one seen her around Christmas. Then it was said January, now February, which is so actually that's what I said. The timelines. The lawyer knows she's going to jail. Grandmother for I would be sick not knowing where they are. Man, but we know that, sir, we know that for a fact that they knew a lot of stuff was going on. You know what I'm saying? To keep having her to say, yeah, she would always say the baby missing. What made y'all take it serious this time? Why this time did you feel like Genesis is really missing? Versus all the other time. Why nobody called CPS? Why nobody got involved to say, let me take the kid? I'm taking her, I'm calling CPS and take her and do what they got to do. And let CPS know, I took her because she be saying she's missing. I'm just seeing a lot of mental stuff with my sister. You know, I didn't feel comfortable leaving the baby. The last time she was seen was February the 4th. I thought they said that the grandmother allegedly texted. See, this is so many stories after. I thought they said that the grandmother texted the baby father on February 4th and said, I think Genesis is missing. I don't know. Okay, that's right. The grandmother was supposed to tell the dad something. Exactly, Tita Goddess. That's where February 4th come from, bringing. It wasn't nothing about her missing on February 4th ever. They said this is what happened on the 4th. What's on the screen, that the grandmother, her mother called the dad and said, hey, I think Genesis is really missing. I don't believe the grandmother either at all. Exactly. There was no crying or action until the dad and girlfriend. You right, Miss Mugger. You so right. Somebody said right. Somebody was pressing her. Wouldn't they speak out about asking her where the baby is? I agree, Jay. That baby was last seen February 9th. I hope and pray she's okay. She was a beautiful angel just like these other children. Yes, she's beautiful. I believe the rental office, which was January when she paid her rent. When the son left because of no food, CPS. They said CPS was involved at a point, Yolanda. They said CPS was very much involved at one point. I don't know what happened and when, but they said CPS was very much involved at one point. I want to know how long before did the friend see a ham in the baby doll head. That's a good question. The timeline of her. But the friend said on her live, she said she went and checked. She went and knocked on the door to check on her, but she said, but the baby was already gone. So when we listened to it in the back, and stuff, we was like, that was like, well, how she say the moderator's the one who got me onto it? That was like, well, how she know the baby was already gone when she went to check on her friend? I said, dang, I didn't even know that. I had to go back and listen. CPS filled these babies, I swear. I thought last year she been missing. Nah, y'all, the landlord has come forward and said January 8th that the mother came and paid her rent and she had the baby with her. CPS dropped the ball. The friend is crazy too. Yes. Was shaking my head. CPS ain't shit. She probably heard Genesis and before DHS found something like bruises, she got rid of them. That probably was a sign right there. I don't know when the CPS was involved, y'all, but it's been alleged that the CPS was involved. And whoever helped her make her call the police or something ain't right. Yeah, what made her? That's what I'm saying. If you got that sense to call 911 and clean this room, bleach it down. Bleach it down. You got sense. Too many different stories. They want to keep us confused, but why? I want that brother to be questioned.
Okay, so that's the end of that update right there, and there will be more. I don't know if I already put the visual, some of the stuff pertaining to that in there, but basically, I just want to say, man, I hope that she's okay. I hope that everything gets resolved in this situation. It's just so sad and unfortunate that people are out here doing weirdo things to people who love them and look up to them and look in need for nourishment from them and shit like that, protection. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure if something did happen to her, which I'm hoping that it didn't, she probably was just looking like, what the hell? Especially if the mama did it, like, what the hell? Like, they're so confusing. It's so crazy to be going through something like that. But, it's the way that people are moving these days.
It is true. Everything he's saying is facts. Lily Jean said in the beginning, the mom said, ask Mariah. She know what happened. She sure did. I don't think she said that name. I don't. Everybody said ain't no Mariah. I don't think she made that up. CPS's child protection sacrifice. Yes, Miriam, facts. If she's so-called mentally ill, drinking every day is not good. Make you go manic worse. I know I have mental illnesses in my family. Definitely alcohol and pills of any sort. Do we know if they followed up on that rumor about that baby being spotted at Chuck E. Cheese? Nene, exactly. I heard that. That's what I said, Nene. I heard that people seen in Chuck E. Cheese in February. Somebody else said they spotted the little girl recently and stuff. It's been pictures floating around on Facebook and people making posts, but I don't know if it's been followed up on. If she don't want her or care for her, she could have taken her to church or somewhere safe. She hit that baby in the head with something. I don't care what nobody say, because why would you be imitating some shit like that? That was her showing what she had done, and it was eating her green ass up. So TT thinks that when she was hitting that baby's head, she was basically showing them, but we don't know the timeline, TT. We don't know the timeline of it. I wish the friend would elaborate more. Was this happening in January? Did this happen in February? But that is a good, that's your opinion and stuff. It could be. I don't know. It makes me angry that there was a manhunt for that good. That's what I said, Marvern. I said the same shit. We never hear about our missing babies unless it's on Facebook, IG, etc. I said the same thing. I said, so you mean tell me we put all this energy into Nancy Guthner, but we're saying no, we're not searching for her. We're not. It's like they know something. I'm gonna be honest. They need to test that hammer. That's what TT saying. Hey, Miss Dovey, what's going on? Y'all drop Miss Dovey's link. Happy Wednesday, Miss Dovey. Now Miss Mugger saying they need to test that hammer. Is the hammer still around? I mean, hell, we don't even got a timeline for when the baby was missing or nothing. TT and Miss Mugger, we don't know. We don't know. And maybe that baby died. Man. Oh my God. Something ain't right, and I'm not feeling like as much as, and I know we want what's best. I just don't feel like, I feel like the brother needs to be questioned and stuff. I really want to know if the brother was there around that time and stuff. Thank y'all for dropping Miss Dovey's link for me, you guys. Miss Dovey is from the beefing sector. If you don't know nothing about sectors, I'm 03 sector. Miss Dovey is from the beef sector. So y'all make sure y'all go sub up to her, okay? Yeah, Miss Mugger. The apartment clean now. Hell, they don't know. I don't know if they went to clean anything, if they went and searched knives, or if they went in, I don't know. Because you got to think, it's almost like I said, the Nazir Hirsch, you saying your baby went missing, somebody kidnapped her. So why they going to go in the house down and look for anything? They don't know nothing about the hammer shit till late. Do we know what they took out the house in bags? I don't, Yolanda. But they said they took a piece of the cabinet. It was all kind of stuff. The brother might know more than we think. Absolutely. And stuff. Because why was he laughing? Normally when the FBI ain't calling for a search, they know something we don't. Honestly, I watch this case all the time. Yeah, Armani, that's what I said. When they called off the search, you know what I'm saying? I feel like, hey, Betty, sis, what's going on? She said, I've been following the story from day one when the little girl went missing. Me too, Miss Dovey. I don't think they went back. Me neither. I agree with TT because on Mondays, 16/20/26, the forensic team came out with a lot of brown bags. They sprayed and the blinds showed blue, which means blood was detected. Yeah, they did say they was coming out of that apartment with a lot of items. Hey, TT, she said, I don't think they went back either. But TT, how do you feel about them saying that because I know that the neighbors in the one video was like, it looked like they cut a piece of the cabinet out. I think the blinds, I heard something about the blinds, and it was several items out of that apartment and stuff. So it looked like they cut the piece of the cabinet out and stuff. So she said, they BS, they left that mattress there, all that they should have took it. She said the brother is probably guilty after the fact. He's covering for his sister or vice versa. Yeah, they said the father went off out there, said the brother then was just laughing and stuff. And I am hearing that the mother them acted nonchalant, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, we standing in the apartment complex and like, yeah, my daughter stabbed me. And yeah, she did that to me before too. Hell, I ain't got time to converse and shit. We looking for my grandbaby. Hands down, all this shit, conversation can wait. If you're not giving me a lead or something, I really don't want to talk to you. We'll talk about the old shit later. You know what I'm saying? It was 7 bags of evidence. Don't get me started about this case, child. TT, I'm just about over. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's swirling all over. My head is starting to spin with it and stuff like that. She said a piece of the wall, carpet, etc. The mattress was full of blood that belonged to someone. But they said they didn't take that mattress, Yolanda. They said it. But I know that when they was over there lifting that mattress and stuff, that they was like, the people in the neighborhood was saying how bad it smelled. And when they got to moving that mattress and that carpet, the people was over there really sick to their stomach off of a smell. And death smells. And I'm not saying she's dead. But we know that, yeah, the brother was acting like that wasn't his sister missing, but he might be a little off, not making excuses. No, they said her brother. Was it her brother? Who was laughing? Was it Genesis' brother or was it the mama's brother? That couldn't be my family member. I would have went off asking everybody after questions. Yeah, Miss Mugger. Bryn said prayers. Wow. Everybody would have been guilty to me that knew the mom. Everybody. What could nobody in that neighborhood say? We wouldn't be out there conversating about, yeah, she stabbed me 9 times. Yeah, she used to do that to me too. Say she's missing. I mean, they got the mom on tape just talking like they did the friend. They were so quick to arrest the mother, but no family member was arrested. Nancy case. Come on, Dovey. I swear. I swear. Yeah, the son. Okay, the son. Yeah, but he young. You know what I'm saying? And he wasn't living there. He was living with the Mexicans. I thought they were saying she had an actual brother that lived out there, but was he even grasping what happened? It looked like he had just got out of school and stuff. You get what I'm saying? And they said the room looked like it was never lived in. Genesis' brother, yeah, they did say that. They said that room was spick and span. Yes, Genesis' brother might be off too. I think it might be mental illness within the family. They probably have more evidence, but don't want the town to go up because it's small. Their enterprise already a hot city. Okay, remember the Casey Anthony case in Orlando, Florida? But why they don't have those people looking for that little girl who was looking for that little white girl, baby? Mm-hmm. That's why I said, Miss Dovey, I think it's more to it. I really think it's bigger. Thank you, Peaches, baby. I really think it's more to this case. I really think they know something. They're just not saying nothing. And I don't think it's good. I'm sorry. Because if she's out there, why we can't search? Because you gonna have to fight me about that search as the grandmother. You're not gonna tell me I'm not putting on. Man, I'm gonna have the whole family. Okay, look, this is what we doing. I'm gonna get with anybody out here in the community want to help us search, and the people in the community wanted to search. We have people in the chat saying, "Hey, I got people down there. I'm going down there at 12 o'clock tomorrow. Yeah, at this time we're not searching and stuff." And it's like, what? What? They even had search teams for Naziah. Movie, yes, that's exactly what it reminds me of. Yeah, thank you, Peaches, baby. Yeah, I'm with Carlos King. I ain't going. Mm-hmm.
They are full of entity and
Thank you,
full
Mom.
of shit as well to be out here moving this way. But hey, look, let me know your thoughts and opinions. We're gonna talk about this in the comment section, and I'll holler at y'all later on another video. All right.
Man, I appreciate Carlos so much for keeping up with this story. Yeah, this is really sad. Why you read that out loud? What I say? Okay. I'm reading out comments, girl. But what's y'all real thoughts? Really give me your thoughts put online. How do y'all feel right now? I think his lawyers in it to win a big case, to do some old mental illness shit, get her off and stuff like that. And, I think he's really great. Go through this law book, and all of that. I don't think she should be in society. I don't, if she's as mental as they saying that she is. But no bond reduction without that baby. That mammy granny says she's staying with her daughter. Man, I would drag my daughter. Man, you gonna tell me something? Wait a minute, the mama says she's staying with her daughter. Ain't no way, Lily Jean. Thank you, Brian. Ain't no way, Lily Jean. About my grandkids. Thank you, Miss Rhonda. See, once my daughters had children, it was no longer about them. Do I love them? Yes. But it was no longer about my daughters anymore. It's about their children. If you did something that's inappropriate and you lied to the police, all gloves off. I'm not supporting that. But I'm gonna be boots on the ground, and like I said, the fucking family is gonna come forward, and we're gonna step. Hey, anybody, you gotta lock me up, and you gotta give me a reason. You got to tell me, as the grandmother, why I can't put on my search team. I think she has passed away. The lawyer came out, shaky, ready to dust off his degree, screwing with this case. Yes, Miriam, I agree. The mother up acting like she's crazy. She know just where that baby is at. My belief. Yes, she did. And on the 16th, Granny started fussing with the dad's girlfriend. Yeah, it was too much. It was too much going on. I didn't know who they said was fussing with the dad's girlfriend, but I seen her going off in a video. Hey, Brittany, what's going on? What's going on? I think this lawyer is enjoying the media attention, and that baby was trafficked. That's what I think. She said facts on God. How many of y'all think that She was trafficked. Because they said she would sell all her food stamps. That's why they never had food. She would sell all her food stamps and stuff like that. That's crazy. I never seen an attorney go straight to the news outlet and do an interview. You do the interview, and then she said, well, you said that she's alive and stuff. He's like, yeah, I think she's alive. Attorney and client privilege, lawyer and client privilege, but I think she's alive out there. And we got a good police team. You got a good police team. Hell, the police saying don't search. I think she's trafficked too. Just the thought of it turns my stomach. It do TT. Hey, Chrissy Cakes, baby. Real crazy. I think she's trafficked. I think she's trafficked. And do you turn the baby in if you trafficked her? How would that go? Because if they catch you with the baby, you're gone. You're gone. Right? So it almost makes me think, then where the heck is she, Mr. Attorney? Yeah, because he put that out there. He definitely put that out there. Got a feeling there's some drug shit going on. Mom done told the lawyer something. Hey, T-Bay, what's going on? She's walking the dogs. I'm done. She owes somebody something, man. I wish I could jump through my phone and beat the brakes off of Grant. Hey, Imperfectly, what's going on? Happy Wednesday, sis. If she gave her away, I think they will let her go before they get in trouble. But they haven't, Yolanda. They haven't. I thought about that too, TT, the drugs. Someone has her for sure. Hey, it's Yvette. Thank you, girl. Look, girl, I'm up here just in my little cozy shirt. They keep moving them around. Thank you, Miss Rhonda. Why they ain't turned the end, though? Because y'all could turn her in off the strength of, she asked us could I keep the baby? I didn't know, you know what I'm saying? Nobody's doing that. And with this kind of, with it being worldwide heat, that's the thing that's getting me, y'all. The worldwide traction that is brewing in, and you know what I'm saying? This done hit worldwide now. Because next Wednesday, is going to be 2 months that the grandmother texted daddy saying, I really think she's missing this time. And that's a long time. What made the grandmother think that? You said she do it all the time. How many times has she done it in the past to where this time is it? Because the baby daddy said he been calling her for a minute. And she always got an excuse. So come on, y'all, after so long, it could be a week, 7 days I ain't talked to my child. I'm getting a work for a check. I'm calling the mama. Hey, can you go by there and see if my baby there? Because I don't know what's going on with your daughter, but I keep calling. I ain't getting nothing. Want to know, but not wanting to know because the outcome is not good. I think she did something violent, painful, it hurts. She know what her child is capable of. Yeah, I agree. Remember years ago in Charlotte, North Carolina, that mother sold her baby for drugs. That little girl was on a live show. I covered that story. It's been a minute since I covered that, but I covered that story. She did. She definitely trafficked that baby. And what's crazy is because I think the dad was supposed to guide her that weekend or that day, the next day, the dad was supposed to come and get that little girl. Heavy on the welfare check. It's Yvette. They said CPS had been involved. I don't know when, but they said CPS had been involved. So I don't know when. I just got to dig more into her case. She said down in Fayetteville. She definitely sold her baby for drugs, and the baby was unalive. She did. It's a sad. And you just gonna come and hit the news channel and just Yeah, I think she's alive. When they said no search, that's what got me. Once they threw off nobody searching, I'm sorry. Was that the case where they were at that hotel? CPS needs to start being held accountable. Yvette Bean should have been held accountable. Shit. They don't. We was just talking about that tonight with the Nazir Harris case, how the CPS said, yeah, we dropped the ball. Their accountability is, yeah, we dropped the ball. Yeah, we posted did more. Yeah, we dropped the ball on this one. A kid is Nazir is missing and an alleged unalived, and that's all we get. I can work for the CPS and not do my job and just go, yeah, hey guys, I dropped the ball. I dropped the ball. As if we didn't see the shit. We don't need that. We don't need to see them and hear them tell us they dropped the ball. That's what Carlos was saying, as if we green. The father let the mother have a visit. That's what it was. A lot of kids go missing on their watch. Very, very sad. I'm gonna go get a visit. So he was supposed to out that day or the next day wasn't it? CPS don't give a fuck. It's about the check, not the well-being of the kids. I agree. I agree. I agree. Her father said he been trying to get custody of his baby. He knew the mother wasn't right. But you gotta be persistent, Brittany. You can't. And after, like I said, after a week, and not hearing from her, she's fucked up. You supposed to be on that road. You supposed to be on that road. Like I said, call the CPS. I'd rather call the CPS than do nothing. CPS only around when they shouldn't be. Rhonda every time. Yeah, that was the case with the baby at the hotel. I'm from Michigan and know for a fact they don't care. My nephew mama was unfit, proved it over and over, and they kept taking him and giving him back to it. Took my brother years to get custody. Titi said, I remember that. Titi said, honey, she said, yes, they should be accountable for child services. Stop letting these children. T said, I remember that. Yeah, that was sad, T. I ain't gonna lie. It's always they drop the ball, just like the Niagara case. They really, yes, baby, that. And remember, her daddy was great get her. They was going to court, Armani. I worked for CPS years ago and I seen what goes on in that office. She left pills on the floor so my nephew and siblings can take them and overdose. They still didn't take them. I know you lying, Yvette. CPS ain't shit. You gotta stay on their necks. And yeah, I'm going for mine. Hey, Blended Healing, how you doing, love? Y'all make sure y'all drop Blended Healing, Blended Healing's link. She has the Shamika Essential line, you guys. If y'all want y'all skin to glow and stuff like that, please get that shea butter. The Shamika Essential Shea Butter. It's amazing. And I get that glow like I got down, okay? And drop her link for me, mods. Dad could have did a well. That's what I'm saying. The mama too. They in the city. What made you? Who said the baby was missing? What made you think this time, y'all? Come on, y'all. Out of all the times that she says this shit, the mama said, "Oh, she do it all the time." I gotta ask, what made it okay for y'all to let her say it? Cause my daughter gets saying my grandbaby's missing. I ain't doing it. I'm sorry. I'm not playing with her ass. My grandkids are gone. I'm gonna tell them, test her for everything, cause this is not normal behavior. They just be collecting checks and not giving a damn about them kids. Facts. Always, Blended Helen, I love you. All right. Hope you're enjoying work. She said all the time. Yeah, that's my question. Why did the mama wait? What got the mama to text the dad on the 4th of February and say, hey, I think she's missing. What gave you that inkling? Who called you? Did you go over there? What happened? All that sounds weird as fuck from the jump. T-Bag, you hear me? It seems now that these kids don't have a chance no more. The parents, family members, and people who be around is harming these innocent kids. I swear to you. Brittany, you ain't told one. You ain't told one, Brittany. You ain't told one. Not a one. Man, I hope with this lawyer, with his get rich scheming ass, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm seeing. I'm really seeing a lawyer that sees somebody with mental illness is trying to go up in there and make a name for himself off of that. You know what I'm saying? Because watch what I'm telling y'all what's great happening. They don't care. I always say too many case files hiring more people. But they keep hiring more people, but still got too many case files. Cakes. I'm just saying, Yvette. Man, my kids get too quiet in the house and I'm getting up and seeing what's going on. I don't play about my child missing, especially in this. Not a one. Everybody praying on them babies. And CPS is one of them. Y'all notice that they take all the kids for the wrong reasons. They took them African kids, and the girl was like, I got beans and rice in her. That's what we eat. She said that's what they eat, beans and rice, because of her culture. And they took the kids and said she didn't have ample food. She had like wheat, grain, stuff like that. Kids didn't have a bruise on them, wasn't neglected. That's just kids weren't malnourished. You know, beans will fatten you up. Beans will fatten you up. Rice and shit will fatten your ass up quick. Rice will definitely blow you up. But kids weren't malnourished or nothing. And she begged them people and said, this is our culture. That's what they eat. They took that girl's kids. Wasn't ample amount of food. I said, but the predators can be in the house and y'all say, oh, the house is clean. There's plenty of food. What do the food in the house being clean got to do with kids alleging to be SA'd? But y'all took her kids out of her house because she only had beans and rice. Hey, no love, what's going on, baby? Welcome, sister. Happy Wednesday. But they won't remove. And Trump, he all in the Epstein files with these kids talking about how they bit his peen and you know what I'm saying? Punched them in their gut, buried them on out there in Mar-a-Lago on the golf course, but he can still run the world and set us up to go get bombed and all this other shit. It's crazy, right? I don't know. Like I told y'all the other day, I'm almost getting to the point where I'm gonna quit expecting good stuff. It's almost like you can't, y'all. It's that we thinking normal. The world's not living on a normal realm. Some relatives won't take the children because the family is worried about getting stamps and some more shit. The parent won't give it to the relatives, so the family won't be. Yep, my Vern, I swear you ain't said nothing but the truth. She said facts. They be focused on the wrong fucking things. True. That's beyond me. You could take kids about certain food they eat, but can't take kids when be in touch. Cause yeah, Brittany, I'm telling y'all. Now, I'm gonna end this, man. Hopefully, y'all, if y'all see anything, moderators, if y'all see anything happening, any updates tonight, I will be up tomorrow to make sure we get these news clips in. We got some major news clips to break down. I got some stories that I want to break down. I got some cases. People are sending me in cases like crazy. Like, can you do this? Keep her name alive. Yes, I got baby Quintani up in Canada. The baby that his baby was unalived in a CPS building, like a curb building. Like it was basically like a CPS building. And the girl beat his baby to death, killed him right in there with cameras, you know? Go check that live that I did. I did that interview with the father. So she finally went to trial and stuff. So I got to read his notes and get that started. She said, exactly, hun. They put me out of court when my son was fighting for his daughter. Lily Jean, you heard me? Let a black man go try to get his baby. Babe, that don't mean when you stole a pack of gun when you was 5 years old. That go to his record so back that shit that don't matter. Thank you, Miss Rhonda. Appreciate you. She said so sad. OMG. Let a black man go try to get his baby because his baby's being harmed. Please don't let him go in there with tattoos. Please don't let him go in there with dreads. And please don't let him have a charge from 10, 15 years ago. Like, that shit don't even matter. Well, you did have a traffic ticket, it doesn't look like, you took care of that properly. So we're going to, at this time, over a traffic ticket. I had a subscriber that told me she damn near went broke fighting for her son to get his child. But she said it was worth it to save her grandbaby's life. Hey, Queen Butterfly, what it do, sister? Hey, Valerie, thank you so much, sister. She said I didn't care at that point. Just to make sure my granddaughter got out of that situation. And that's crazy. That we got this father fighting for his daughter. What up, Blizzard baby? We got this father fighting for his child. And this crazy bitch, get to make the decisions. It's crazy bitch that's been in jail with a hell of a record of stabbing her mama and some more shit. She get to make the decisions. My son is 6'4" and I must assume, yes, the court put you through hell. Thank you, Miss Rhonda, girl. I love you too. Our sons gotta go through this. And then if y'all go back to Niagara, what she just said, Niagara that she put in the chat. The daddy fought for the baby. Oh, that man fought. The baby would cry in the car. He got videos. He kept videos where the baby would cry in the car and say she don't want to go back to the mama. She was like, no, daddy. She was young as hell. Y'all, I think this baby was 3, crying her ass off when he's like, you don't want to go home? She's like, no, please, daddy, please, no. And she be crying, bawling her eyes out to her daddy. He recorded everything, took it to court. They ain't let her keep him. Thank you, Valerie, sis. Thank you. They didn't let her keep the baby, right? Boom. The baby got marks. He's recording it and stuff like that. When he go to court, y'all, they tell that man, oh, well, she had got papers on you. They been broke up. They been broke up for years. At least 5 years they been broke up. Because when I was 3, so for them 3 years, yeah, they had been broke up. But by the time the baby was getting bruised, yeah, they been broke up. Because I don't think he was even with her when she had the baby. She said, we got to learn our rights when it comes to signing that birth certificate. Hell yeah, Chris, you hear me? My cousin been fighting her alcoholic baby daddy for the last 9 years to get her son. Yeah, that's what it is, Chrissy. We got to know our rights. We do. And that's how they feel we don't know our rights. But anyway, they had court that Monday. Who put her story in the chat? I covered it. That was like one of the second lives I did. So the daddy crying, y'all, when he take his baby back, because she crying. I ain't never seen a 3-year-old talk so good and not want to go back to the mama. He can't even hardly record the baby in her car seat. She's like, please, daddy, please don't take me back. I don't want to go. Me no go. He said, why, baby? What's wrong? And she couldn't say the abuse. She's getting abused up. She's like, no, and she's just throwing a fit. Boom, at Monday, they go in court, y'all. This baby only weighed about 15 pounds of 3. She was so malnourished. Put her under that air conditioner, under that that unit in the house, baby. Froze that baby and killed that baby. They beat her to death. Her and the man, her and the boyfriend. Telling this man, come Monday, they was gonna give him custody. All them years. He fought for damn near a year to get that baby. My aunt paid out $40K to the lawyer. I'm trying to tell you, one of my subs told me she damn near went broke. Like, to where it was affecting her house and shit that she owned. Hey, Dominique, baby, what it do? Happy Wednesday. So he got a foundation up in Ohio, y'all. Y'all need to look that story up. He got a foundation in her name and stuff like that. But he fought. he became an aspiring rapper, and she was jealous of him. Like he looked damn good compared to when he was with her. And that's why I say about those ladies, sometimes when these men get to moving on and they upgrade themselves, it be our problem too, because we just accept them as is. In the same way with women. Sometimes it take us to get away from that man and we be living a life that we never thought we'd live because we was with a bum. Because they was okay with living that way. Shit's crazy. What, my Lord, today? Yes, I saw that Sierra Day story. Starved that baby. Show did. Show did. Sierra Day. Show did. Show did. Show did. But the daddy got a foundation in the baby's name. He never fought. He never stopped and it's in her name to stop stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? He's got all kind of stuff going on for if they don't want their baby, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? My G baby 6 months, weighing 17 pounds with 32 inches. She was 3 years old. She was about 3 years old, and I think she weighed like 15 pounds. Oh, can y'all imagine? 15 pounds? And here this bitch was, y'all, beating that baby to death and had the nerve to be working in a daycare. I said, they always working in a facility with kids or senior citizens. It be them. And why is it always they line of work? Working with other people's kids, mistreating yours, but have the audacity to work with other people's kids. She said, yeah, the dad got millions. He sure did. He got a hell of a lawsuit. But the first thing he did with that money was got that foundation in that baby's name. They put that man through hell. Even though she said he hit her, they went back when they was together. He was like, that's old. He was like, we ain't been together in years. He said, and he broke down the abuse that him and the mama had together, Yolanda. Remember, he broke down the abuse and stuff like that. He was like, she was putting her hands on me, but he's like, they just put it on me or whatever. And they went back years, like when they first got together, like, yeah, you hit her and all of that. He was like, but I ain't been with her in years. That was years ago. He's like, we talking about now. He said he hadn't been in trouble. Nothing, y'all. They used that against that black man. But he did get millions of dollars. But hell, money ain't gonna bring your baby back. Money ain't gonna bring your baby back. I don't give a damn how much you want. He wanted his baby. He didn't want no money. Hell, he was making his money. He was rapping and changed his whole life, and his music was bad too. She was skin and bones. Her and that punk ass boyfriend was eating. Yeah, they was, Lily Jean. You know that bitch was plump in her own way. But they didn't give him that much time. I forgot how much time they gave him or whatever, but he was abusing her too. But she was like, that's what I thought. She was lying about that abuse. He said he really didn't hit her and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But they put that on him anyway. They definitely put that on him, and she was working at that daycare all that time. I said, I know you lying to me. I know you lying to me. But anyway, you guys, Shank Rock is great. Go live with Maisha in just a second on his channel. So y'all go check that out. They're going live at 9:30. I will see y'all back tomorrow. Go ahead and shoot me y'all stories, y'all, so I can get them knocked out. But it is one story I do want to cover, y'all. This is about trafficking. This is a Caucasian girl. And if y'all thought Naziah case was wild, this is mad wicked. I don't understand it. I'm still trying to wrap my head around this shit. Like, seriously. I thought the Naziah was some shit, but this shit like it, this shit here, it was like up in the mountain shit. Like, what the fuck? How? I'm trying to understand what this story, wrap my head around it. Like, She said, show they funky ass at a restaurant with that baby. Yeah, they was eating good, Lily Jean. They was eating good. She took good care of that man. Yeah. She said, remember, she did that so he couldn't get custody. Yeah, they did keep custody from him. They did. That man was fighting hard. I watched him. That's one thing I can say about that black man. And it's crazy because people be like, yeah, document everything. Document everything. Make sure you keep a paper trail. He did that. Even with the videos, y'all, he did that. I even think Lily Jean, did he not take that to the police one time? They say he still had to give that baby to her. Like, even he took it to court, like when they was going through the court process and stuff, and they still wouldn't go with the videos and stuff. I'm taking a break. I have been angry since yesterday, and I'm normally cool and calm. I get it. Some shit, Miss Parker, ain't for us to understand. Yeah. Yeah. I guess. Yeah. I think I'm gonna do that case next week. I think I'm gonna. Hey, self-made, what's going on? I was just talking about telling them a little bit about Quintani's case because we're talking about CPS and things like that. I'm gonna go ahead and schedule it. Self-made. I'll send you the link tonight through Instagram or tomorrow. Don't count me in tonight, but tomorrow for sure. I'll send you out a link when I get back. Refresh next week. Take the weekend off. She said next month. Okay, okay, that'll be great. Okay, he's down. Okay. Let me know. Let me know. But I can still kind of go on and make my thumbnails and stuff for it and stuff like that. Just let me know. I just wanna after I do my lives in the next couple of days, I'm taking a weekend off. I'm gonna come back refreshed for March. Cause I said I wasn't even gonna do it. I was just gonna upload videos. But this case I wanna get it out there. I wanna get a couple of these cold cases out there too and stuff. And Quintani's definitely name. His name definitely needs to be out there. If y'all can drop some pink and purple hearts in the chat, blue for baby Quintani and stuff, and pink for baby Genesis. I hope she's out there alive. I hope this mom and this lawyer ain't fucking around, because this will be some sick ass shit. We seeing too much sick shit to. I don't like it. I don't like it. Okay, y'all. I don't. And something ain't right about him. I don't care what nobody says. Something about him that's not right, and I ain't feeling it, and I ain't going. I'm not going. I'm not going. I'm just not doing it. Salute everybody. Y'all enjoy your